I have a big confession, guys. I'm not going to quit, but I'm thinking about it. My fingers are burning, and I just want to quit smoking the cigar, but I'm going to keep going. My fingers are burning so bad, but
all right.
I'm going to push through just because of David's advice. So I'm going to, but I need you to ask the first question, Logan, because I just need to sit here and center myself.
We don't
I'm
need
not going to
the
quit smoking the
fingers
cigar
to come off again. The fingertips.
Let's do it.
The finger burning questions. First finger burning question. Pops, what is your fondest memory smoking a cigar?
Wow, my fondest memory, I would say the first one that we had together.
Really?
Ooh.
Now,
we've talked about it before.
I actually said this story on the last, was it the last episode?
2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago, I said this story, and
Cigars
I know you remember.
Yes.
Cigars can get you.
It's a good one.
They can get you.
They can get you. Yep. I walk outside. Do you want to tell it?
Well, I was just saying from my version of the story.
Yeah, let's see. We've heard yours.
Is that, Logan wanted to smoke a cigar and stuff, and I had some nice Cubans. And might have been a Maduro, I'm not sure, but
it was not fair for my first cigar.
So I give him a cigar, and he's out there smoking it with me and bonding as male men would do, right?
There you go.
And all of a sudden, I noticed Logan wasn't looking too good, and he said, "Dad, this thing is kind of making my head a little bit light." And I said, "Yeah, it'll do that."
No doubt.
And next thing I know, he's over there sitting down beside of the house. And he's kind of slumped down, and he said, I don't think I can finish this cigar. I said, that's okay. He said, in fact, I think I'm going to be blah. And he threw up, and I thought, well, that's the end of that. He'll never smoke another cigar.
Well, here we are today.
Here I am.
Padron changed your mind, can bring you back around.
Padron changed my mind.
You know?
Thank you, Padron.
He held the hammer, and he kept.
I held the hammer.
You held the hammer and stuff, and the opportunity to smoke here at Cutter's and the greatest environment in all of Atlanta, you'll be able to hopefully continue cigars for many years.
Most definitely.
There you go.
It's a great story.
Well, that's going to transition into our next question.
Finger burning.
Finger burning question, fantastically. If you could smoke a cigar with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? This is a question.
I love this question.
Dude, it might be the best finger burning question, and I'm so happy it randomly keeps coming up.
Right.
You know,
because they're random.
They are.
With anyone, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. There's too many people. And we've kind of discounted Jesus because I think everybody would say Jesus.
Most people.
I would say that my second choice would be Winston Churchill.
Russ Sutton, our last guest on our last episode, said the exact same person.
He loves cigars. In fact, when the doctor said you need to cut back, he said what? To 5 or 8 a day? Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, it's like that. I would say my first choice would be probably Jesus. That way he can turn any wine we want into a great pairing.
Oh, that was good.
That was clean. That was
good. That was almost as clean as this drop.
I like that.
Woo! The finger's still burning though.
So Winston Churchill, what specifically about him? Not just because he loves cigars, but what about him?
All the odds were against Winston Churchill. The one thing that always seemed to be his character was when he held a cigar in his hand, which was pretty much all the time, and he would use a cigar as a prop. He would use a cigar to make points, and it became part of his personality to where not only did he enjoy the cigar, it became him as a person. And it's like, you can smoke, and he smoked the same cigars and he had the same whiskeys all the time. So he was a guy that was true to the tobacco, but the cigar meant more to him than just a good smoke.
That's pretty cool. That's
I like
pretty cool. I don't know if there's anybody else in the history of the world that embodies cigars more than him.
I agree.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we hear that answer more often. But
I wouldn't either, yeah.
Logan, I'm not going to quit because I can't quit here in front of David, but I need...
Hold out.
I'm switching hands.
I'm not holding your hands.
The people watching on the YouTube have seen me switching hands. So ask the last question. We gotta cap this thing.
All right, last finger burning question for David, Dad, Father, Pops, whatever you want to call it.
Dude,
what is your most favorite childhood memory? I know you've had a lot of childhood memories.
Well, yeah, you had a lot of jobs.
You had a lot of jobs, but what is your favorite childhood memory?
I would say it would be my senior year in high school.
Okay.
Homecoming football game.
Okay.
Ours was pretty good.
It had rained so hard for 2 days, and the field was muddy, everyone slipping and sliding. And going into that game, I knew that I grew up always playing in the mud. I loved it. I did not worry about slipping and sliding. And so that game, because that's back in the day when you went defense both ways. You went offense and defense. I was a nose man on defense, and I was a fullback on offense. And so I had 11 tackles and 2 touchdowns in that game. And it was the most exciting for me personally that I could have ever had. I've had other games I had better stats, but that game in itself, I had a challenge of something other than just the other team. I had weather, I had, weighted down with wet and mud and everything else, and you had to reach down and grab another gear to get to where you wanted to be. And so that's probably a hammer. I like it. and so that's probably, as a childhood memory, probably my most memorable.
That's really cool. That's awesome, and it's so funny when you hear somebody's favorite childhood memory. It almost always describes exactly who they are today.
That's a good point.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
Point. Yeah, that's a good point.
That
Isn't
is
that
a really
crazy? It almost always describes who they ended up becoming when they got older.
You got him thinking now.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Very good point.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I mean, adversity adversity reveals your character, okay? And if you overcome adversity and you go through those things, that's still the same person you are today. So that's a great point.
Well, I appreciate that.
Like that.
I've overcome a lot of adversity in my life, but my fingers are burning so bad. I think it's been a tribute to who I became today, and I persevered even though my fingers were burning.
We're proud of you, AG. We're proud of you.
You've done well.
It's been hard.
Both of you guys have done.
No, it's been fantastic.
It's been a great episode.
David, I really appreciate you coming on. It's been super cool just to see the father and son moment. There you go. I mean, that itself describes everything. The relationship you guys have, it's been so awesome. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have enjoyed the podcast itself. Make sure that you're following us on everything. Subscribe to us on Spotify, wherever you're listening to on the podcast.
Hit that notification
YouTube,
bell.
Hit that notification bell. The YouTube is the YouTube's over there.
Oh, it's
Subscribe over there, right there. And guys, what's the other? Oh, the Instagram's over there. The Instagram's over there.
Yeah.
So make sure you hit that one. And follow us wherever you can find Dreamer Cigars. Guys, we will be here every single Wednesday, live on Instagram and YouTube, on all of our channels. And we just appreciate you guys so much. And with that, I think we may finish this bottle of Prisoner tonight.
I think we may.
I think we might, but we're going to have to cheers it out. Thank you, David.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
That's great. Let's clap it out.